frontier.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is Wrestling Daft and is scheduled for 1 hour. Maybe more. It has no real time limits, making their way into your ears. First, from a place called Barneston, he is the Pyramid. Rab Grado.
It's going to be the funniest show ever because I'm all about the comedy and the money, baby.
How much you can pay?
And his partner, Fela Top End of Stevenson.
From Mexico City to Beef Community Centre, I've got stories that are going to blow your mind.
Hello and welcome to Wrestling Daft. It's a wrestling podcast. My name's Rab Florence on this wrestling podcast, and also joining me on this wrestling podcast is the great man himself, the co-host, the man who regales us with all his tales, his stories, the man that keeps the show afloat. He is one Mr. Grado himself. Grado, there he is.
Giselle.
There he is. How you doing, Grado? You all right?
Listen, I'm just, I'm all right, mate. I've just been watching a lot of wrestling documentaries. I'm out of breath just sitting here. That's bad, isn't it?
Have you been watching the dark side of the ring?
Oh, mate, incredible stuff. I watched the One Heart one this week. Have you seen it?
I haven't watched it. No. I've not watched any of them.
The Owen Hart one is really emotional, mate. It's just so good. I don't want to spoil it for MD, but like, there's just so many bits, and you think this guy's just a totally nice guy. He just wanted to wrestle for a couple of years, make a fucking a bit of money, and retire his wains. And it's just, and what's surprising is one of his wains is now a lawyer. So the way he talks, he's a smart boy. He's a really intelligent guy. And I think the whole, Martha and the two Waynes, they totally resent WWE, and they can explain why, man. It's fucking some of the stuff, WWE ended up trying to sue Martha during, it's just mental and stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but Jim Cornette basically says I can tell you this, but Jim Cornette basically says that apparently when Owen was falling for the ceiling, he was shouting, look out, because he didn't want to hurt anybody.
Hurt anybody.
And that is probably one of the most, when he says that, it's so powerful the way he tells the story. It just kind of shows the kind of guy he was. But this Dark Side of the Ring series has been brilliant this time around with Jericho narrating it, and the people that have been on it. I loved the New Jack episode, loved the Brawl for All episode, brilliant. If none of you have seen this Dark Side of the Ring series, have you seen any of them, Rab?
I've not seen any.
Why no?
Oh, I don't know if I want to know what the dark side of the ring is like. I like the bright side of the ring. You know what I mean? I like the funny men come out, and Gobbledygooker comes out and does a dance, and then Mean Gene does his dancing about and stuff. And that's the bright side of the ring. And maybe I'll go to Vice and I'll pitch that documentary, just a documentary about like Brock Lesnar dancing about with the wee mariachi band and stuff, shaking his wee maracas. Just getting into the ins and outs of that.
Quick story about a mariachi band.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrestling in Mexico City for TNA, of course. I wrestled there a few times. And basically, I wrestled and went straight back to the airport to get a flight to New Orleans. And when I got to New Orleans, my kind of shoot pals WhatsApp group had all been sharing this article that there had been a terrorist attack in Mexico City, and when I typed in and looked it up and done my Google Maps, it was literally half a mile from where I was wrestling. One of the drug cartel gangs had dressed up as a mariachi band. Is that mariachi band?
Mariachi band.
Mariachi band. And when the gang that they were feuding with walked through the centre, because obviously they or whatever they're playing.
Yep.
When they walked by, they pulled the guns out and shot 8 folk.
Wow.
So,
wow.
What are you laughing at, John? I don't find that funny at all.
Sorry, I'm picturing Dark Side of the Ring with you, Nick Grado.
Dark Side in a mariachi.
The rise and fall. What do you think? What would they call mine?
The rise beyond the we had the rise of the descent of the dark fall of Grado.
I can get my dark side of the ring out the now and show you it.
Fucking brown side of the ring.
Rab.
I've not been doing anything this week. I have just been hanging out, doing a bit of writing, doing a bit of pottering about in the garden, playing with the veins, just being a dad in general. So let's see what's been happening with the punters out there. Let's see what they've been up to. First of all, we've got to say a big thanks to Kyle Customs on Twitter, who made a Rab Florence wrestling figure. Now, I saw this thing. Let me tell you. If you watch a video version of this on Patreon, you'll be able to see a picture of it now, right? If you watch the video version of it. But let me just describe it to you. It's me and my tiger mask that I've had for many, many years, wearing a feather boa that belongs to my fiance, and it's just a fantastic. Imagine having the talent to be able to make gay wrestling figures like that. Grado, there's one coming for you. Don't worry.
Is there? What's he going to base it on? Is Trevor Nelson? What did you call Trevor that was in? We should be Cade Garrison. What was his name? Cade. Remember Trevor Murdoch?
Oh, right. Oh, like what is going to be the base for the figure?
Aye.
Oh, I don't know. We need to find that out. That's interesting.
Mark Henry, nah.
But thanks to him, Grado, one on the way for you. And if listen, anybody out there wants a custom wrestling figure for this guy, right? You can get him on Twitter or Instagram at Kyle Customs 2018. Now that is a Kyle with a K, KUSTOMS 2018. And he'll maybe make a wrestling figure if you get him a wee commission doing his way, because the guy knows what he's doing, man.
Knows what he's doing, talented
knows what he's doing with the customising the toys. Thanks to Martin McDade, by the way, who simply posted a picture of chocolate fingers of the Grado's revelation last week that he ate his own shite and pretended it was chocolate. Now I had to tell Jen that story. Right, Jen doesn't. I'm going to be honest.
Why did you
right?
tell her?
I'm going to be honest. Jen doesn't listen to the podcast, right?
Aye,
she's very, very supportive of my work and all that, right? But this is a step too far, right? Listen to this. However, I have to tell you this fucking story about Grado, by the way, about eating his own shite. I had to tell it. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like it's probably been making its way across the country. Grado, Shitomania is running wild.
Totally forgot to tell folk about that. That was with Callum, and he said, "Is that what's that in your finger?" And I went, licked it, and it was chocolate. Telling it was chocolate. Aye, that's a sad day for the Steve of the household, and I done that, and managed to get worms and have to go to the doctors and get treatment for it. But a sad night for the Stevelies.
It's a great story. The chat for the last few weeks has been celebrity face and heel turns. Off the back of Piers Morgan apparently turning face. I don't believe it. During coronavirus crisis times. We've got a couple more though. Richard Young got in touch and says that Tim Martin for Weatherspoons started off as an uber babyface, offering us all cheap booze and food and the chance for all elements of life to mix with the world's greatest winos. Then went healing us all in his support of Brexit and 0-hour contracts for his staff. Right? Then he turned face again, Richard says, when the Weatherspoons app was created, meaning folk could go on social media and get their mates to buy them free booze and sachets of mustard and all that right for the house. And then he turned heel again when he announced his staff should look for new jobs during lockdown. Now, I don't agree. I think Tim Martin was always a heel. Always a heel. See that app, Grado?
Aye.
That's the app where you would see, sometimes you see lassies and stuff like that on Twitter going, we're at table 14 and Weatherspoons and Hangman if anybody wants to buy a drink, and people can use the app to buy people drinks online.
I mean, I knew that the one in Blackpool had that because my father's never out the one in Blackpool, the Weatherspoons in Blackpool. And I remember seeing an app that you could, order your breakfast and add a sausage and take away a fucking hash brown and all this carry on. But I didn't ken it was as, as thingy as that.
Could you be, Grado, could you be wrestling in Mexico, right? Let's say you're wrestling in Mexico and your dad's in Weatherspoons in Blackpool. Right. Could you stop in the middle of a match in Mexico? I don't know if the app could do this, but it would be amazing if it could. And you're in the middle of a match in Mexico, and then you could pull out your phone and go in the app and send your dad a sausage to his table in Blackpool at Weatherspoons. Is that what that would let you do?
I mean, it seems so. As I say, but one of the rules in TNA was, you can't take your phone out to the ringway. Just like
no sending sausages.
Just like the staff in Weatherspoons probably can't use their phone.
And the staff in Weatherspoon probably can't wrestle matches in the middle of trying to serve the sausages. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm moving on. Stuart Brody, can he believe that we haven't mentioned Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby was a big baby face in the 80s.
Aye. What did he do?
Lots of bad things, Grado. Another thing for a few weeks ago, we were talking about what was your favourite wrestler, what was your wrestler name and your finisher when you were a wee guy or a wee lassie. Loads of people were in touch this week about this. Now, Brent Carter says him and his mate Michael, right, are going to be a tag team for hire just like the APA, right? I thought of this wee guys being a tag team for hire. Go hire the wee fucking 10-year-old boys to go and knock fuck out this guy. Except we were called the Rent Boys.
Quality.
We'd heard it before and didn't realise the meaning. But thought it sounded like a cool team name. Mortifying when I got older and fun at what it actually meant.
Wait. That's fucking superb. It's absolutely class. That is fucking class.
I love it.
You can't top that, by the way. You can't.
No, there's none of these are going to be better than that.
Especially with the Z in
the Z in the boys.
I can just see them graffitiing their fucking math jotters and all that, writing the Rent Boys on it. Fucking, do you know what I mean?
Scott Murray says his wrestling name was White Noise. And his finisher was called Whitewash. It was a modified electric chair where instead of falling backwards, I dropped my opponent on their face.
Who did he do this to?
Jardo says the Water Boy was his name, basically Carlito, but a bottle of water instead of an apple. Finisher was the H2O.
You know,
it's good.
That is good, but it's funny, but because like these people are sending this in, but they're doing what I can imagine folk, you know, doing their finishers to nobody. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like pretending there's somebody there in the room and thumping on the flare and they're more going, what are you doing up there? You know what I mean?
Using pillows, no, it's brilliant. Chris Conway was the Paisley Love Hammer. His finisher was the Dick Splash. Liam, my name was fucking hell because I used to do stupid flips. I stupidly high shit at heart. My mates would always say, fucking hell, Wisey, whilst I lay wounded on the deck. So he was fucking hell, Liam Wise, I'm guessing.
Fucking right.
High Voltage says Mr. Fahrenheit was his name as he was bringing the heat. Top rope splash, keeping it simple. Mr. Fahrenheit. And Leslie Ann Johnson says, no, when I was a kid, but a couple of years ago, I was joking with my daughter about what I would call myself if I was a wrestler, and we decided your ma was the perfect fit. Beautiful. Ben Hall says him and a mate were going to be the soccer kids. The soccer kids and their music would be the sensible soccer theme. And the finishing move would be a Vinnie Jones on Gaza special. Oh, aye, the wee ball grab.
It's, mate, and I'm just getting memories of me backyarding back in the day. We wrestled at my pal's back door up the top end of Stevenson. In fact, it was my pal's brother's back door. He was about maybe 20 and he gave us a couple of mattresses and we called his back door the Swamp Arena, right? We had one of my pals, Molson, was called the Devil, and he came out to DEVIL, the Devil. Coming out, man. And I remember one time I was kidding on I was Booker T because I had a pair of white pants on, like a pair of white Y-bobs. Do you know what I mean? And I just think if anybody had seen that now, me with trainers on, socks, and just my fucking Y-bobs rolling about with the Devil. Do you know what I mean? The Devil.
Amazing, man. Beautiful. Now, my big sister, I remember wrestling in my big sister's back garden in Broomfield Road in Barmulloch, and it was a tenement building, and so the tenement buildings were brilliant because people could watch up close, looking at the close windies, the close and stuff like that, so you would almost feel as if you had a kind of big crowd up there. You know what I mean? Or in. And I remember you just have
watching you.
Stupid memories of like being out and wrestling and doing it all, and I remember there was a couple of lassies that I kind of fancied that were feel like a couple of they were across. I think they were for like Torryburn Road, which was kind of around the corner, and they came round to kind of watch, and they were like hanging over the railing watching us all. And I remember feeling fucking brilliant, man, feeling top of the world with them watch me.
That's class.
I think I must look cool as fuck. Aye, they fancy me. I must look cool as fuck doing this, and then I just think, no, what I must have actually looked like. You know what I mean? It's depressing, isn't it?
It's fucking hilarious. One more thing as well, I remember when I first started wrestling training as well, I made a GeoCities page for my wrestling, and I was geocities.com/Brock Xavier. That was a clash between Ibrox and my favourite indie wrestler at the time, Xavier.
Oh my
So it was
God, right. Brock Xavier.
And then a big X, Xavier, Brock Xavier. And it's funny because I remember going to end up wrestling in New York and we went to this titty bar and Xavier was the guy in the door. How weird is that?
Wow, that is weird.
That's crazy, isn't it? He was the guy in the door. So fucking we went in, we got a lap dance, saw the rest of it. And I thought we're all going to get it for nothing. What we fuck, because we can name drop Xavier. We're getting a lap dance and all this, and one of the lap dancers goes, do you want a vodka? And I says, aye, all right. She says, I'll get you a bottle. I went, no, it's just a glass, it's all right. And then I can always remember, I know, because I was better not say, just in case he doesn't want to say that it was a lap dancing bar. But she came back with the vodka, and I remember thinking that I had a pure smelly breath, and I'm trying to go to, can I buy chuggy off you? The music's playing. Can I buy chuggy off you? Can I buy chewing gum, chuddy gum? Anyway, she went away again to maybe get us a drink, and we had to fuck off, Rab, honestly. It was very intimidating. Stupid wee boys.
Well, he's had to sprint, he's had to bolt.
I would done the bail because it was just, she was going to buy his bottles of vodka.
Well, she was going to bring you them, you were paying for them.
Going to rip the fuck out of us, you know what I mean? We're two wee goons fucking in New York for the first time. Other wrestler would remain nameless just in case he's feared, but
there it is.
I don't know if that's a story worth.
That is a story. That is a story worth telling. You and Coco we were, and the Andy Muirhead was called Caber, and the Caber toss was his German suplex that he tried it once, nearly killed his brother, and his whole gimmick and moveset was banned outright by his mum. That's how Seth Rollins felt when Vince McMahon banned the curb stomp that first time. And if you want to get in touch with us about any of that or just random wrestling related stuff, get us on Twitter at Wrestling Daft or on Insta at Wrestling Daft Podcast, just Wrestling Daft on Facebook, or email us at wrestlingdaft@gmail.com. Now, every week we like to separate the good for the bad in wrestling, the cornflakes for the shitey crumbly bits you get in the last bowl. Right, hold on a fucking minute.
This is John's part again.
This is John's part again, and I need to step in because that's the fucking best bit of the cornflakes.
Oh, that's horrendous.
No, when you get down to that dusty stuff down the bottom, man, I like that. I like that. Oh, I do. And I'll tell you something else, mate. See, when you get a bag of Pecora and you get to the end of the bag of Pecora and it's all the wee crispy critters, I call them, all the wee crispy bits, man. Or down the bottom, I love that shit. No?
I like that stuff with fritters, but can I mention just before we go on for cornflakes? Have I ever told you the story about speaking to Drew Galloway's dad and asking what he had for his breakfast? No?
I think you have mentioned it, but remind me though.
Basically,
because you mentioned it to Drew's brother when he was on chanting. But what was that again?
We touched on it. I just to remember, focus just always sticks out in my head when I think of Drew's father. When I asked him what he had for his breakfast, and he said, "A portion of cornflakes." A portion of cornflakes.
I like it. I'm glad I heard that again. Right, what are you going to bury and what are you going to put over? You're going to put over that dark side of the ring again, aren't you?
Oh, dark side of the ring or Undertaker's documentary as well, man. He's a big soul. He's a big soul. He's different from what I would have imagined. You know what I mean? He's like, he can get a bit. He was watching his match back with Roman Reigns. I could see it. He was green, mate.
The wrestlers get very emotional, didn't they? It's something I've noticed about wrestlers is that they tend to be very emotional. You're quite an emotional guy as well, Grado. Oh, I mean, I have seen you cry, mate. I've seen you laugh at inappropriate times. I've seen you bust out laughing about stuff. I've seen it all, mate. You know what I mean?
I'm not a very emotional guy, especially after my match at Bound for Glory 2017, man. That was a fucking dark night.
What promotion was that?
Thierry. It was the shits. I don't think I've ever recovered, to be honest with you.
I'm going to...
I've got in the vaping and everything.
I'm going to put over... What am I going to put over this week in wrestling? I've not been... You know what? I've felt quite unmoved by wrestling this week. I've felt quite unmoved by it in general. What I'm going to say is I'm going to put over the fact they're doing a bit of work now to properly present Bobby Lashley as the threat that he should be. You know what I mean?
Are you still watching Raw every week now? Eh?
I'm keeping up. I'm keeping my horn in, Grado. I figure I've present a wrestling podcast. I think I should just keep my horn in, keep an eye on the scene. But I'll tell you what, I'll bury Jim Cornette.
No, you're not.
I'm going to bury Jim Cornette for his ridiculous comments about Becky getting pregnant and stuff like that. It's just.
Well, what's he saying now? See, sometimes he just goes over the board.
It's just tiresome, man. He's just having a pop at her for getting pregnant when she's in that period of her career where she should be making the money and stuff like that. And I just kind of feel, he's a loser. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like you're listening to a fucking loser.
It's funny. It's funny because I made my father watch my brother watched some of Dark Side of the Ring, and I made him watch the Brawl for All one, and Vince Russo was on it with Jim Cornette, and it was funny to get somebody's take that my brother can't really be bothered with wrestling. He only ever he's never been to shows, obviously because of me and whatever. Right, he thinks it's a lot of shite. I mean, a bit cut out the documentary and saying Fight Club. He was going. I mean, you stand there in your pants in front of Wayne's. There's fucking something wrong with that. In front of Wayne's and community halls, and when he says you put it together, you kind of go, "That was a bit dodgy." But anyway, he watched it, and I said, "What do you think?" He went, "Fucking hated that Cornetto." Like, hated Cornetto, but he loved Vince Russo. He fucking loved him.
Vince Russo, the one thing you can say about Vince Russo is that he has a creative mind. Even a lot of people focus on his time at WCW when he went in, and some crazy stuff was going on, but it was still fucking interesting to watch. I mean, it was still interesting. It was still pushing the boat out in certain areas and trying stuff. I think Vince Russo has a really good mind for storytelling in a wrestling ring. You know what I mean? I've got time for Russo.
Aye, you know what? I know last week you were kind of burying Eugene, but did I tell you what happened once I come back? Me and him had a bum bag and a pole match.
Right.
Russo was on the same card, and he watched the match. And when we came back, me and Dinsmore went up to Russo, or should I say, he came to us, going like this, clapping his on and going, "I got tears in my eyes, bro. I got tears in my eyes. That was awesome. That should be on TV, bro. That should be." That's how much he loved, because it was a fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's
a total.
You can imagine
match,
one bag in a pole match, right? It was full of shit. It was the Skittle spot where I think it's fucking thumbtacks, and he takes a bump on that. Fucking Dinsmore at one point as well says, "I'm going to get colour on you." He says, "But we'll go the hard way." And it's a certain kind of punch where the way you do it, there's a technique to it. He says, "Don't worry, I'll get colour on you the hard way." And I'm going, fuck it. Do you know he punched me about fucking 20 times in the same bit in my eye? The next time I just had a massive big fucking black eye, no blood.
Fuck me.
Fucking nobody in that again. It was just one wee nick. He's obviously done it once. Douche.
Aye.
Douche. Fucking.
Happening with this guy's head. Why will this guy's head not open up?
Aye.
A fucking Scotsman's head, that's why. Fucking you need to take a fucking samurai sword to a Scotsman's head to get it, to get fucking colour. Anyway, Bronze Cello put out Orange Cassidy for staying safe during the pandemic by wearing a mask. You can stay safe in style, by the way. Get fuck off, John. By getting your own wrestling daft mask. Listen, we'll know.
I didn't write it. He wrote that.
John.
Orange Cassidy?
No, Bronze Cello wrote that.
Bronze Cello wrote that. Bronze Cello, don't take John's side on it. Has anybody bought any masks? John, has anybody bought any masks?
I will need to check the store.
Oh, bullshit. Nobody's.
I bet you they have. Oh, Jen, who is a Canadian listener, got in touch with me because she was going to buy one, but they aren't shipping to Canada. So I'll check if anybody else has bought one, though.
Well, anyway, Bronze Cello.
Don't bother with it. I know you're a big fan.
Don't date, Jen. Bronze Cello, it won't protect you for coronavirus, and it just won't.
Idiotic.
We just think it's disgusting.
It's fucking terrible.
We think it's disgusting. The Joe Coffey interview Bronze Cello wants to put out. Big fan of Joe. Great to hear from him. It was a very good interview. Joe's a lovely guy. Wants to bury WWE for referring to Drew Gulak as Daniel Bryan's training partner after he put him on, then no reviewing his contract.
That was a shocker.
Reviewing his contract. Chris wants to put over the Owen Hart documentary and Vice, Dark Side of the Ring.
It was beautiful. What it is a tough watch. It is a tough watch. And can I say one more thing about the dark side there? And Kevin Dunn was getting a lot of heat on Twitter today because I don't know if you've seen the clip of JR explaining what happened. When JR
dead.
goes, give me an update, he says he's dead, we're on in 10, 9, 8, 7. And everybody's calling him evil and disgusting and all that. But I think he was probably put in a very difficult position himself. He's got to direct and produce a show. What do you think, Rab? Am I being too... Do you get what I mean?
If the show is going...
He's obviously put in a terrible situation as well.
If the show is running, if a decision's been made for the show to run, then his job as director is to just run that show. And I'm sure, listen, everybody in the back there on that night lost their friend, didn't they, in a kind of shocking turn the event. So I think you can excuse... I think, anyway, you can excuse people's actions in the immediate aftermath or something like that, because who knows how to react, you know what I mean?
I think he's getting a fair time out on the internet because but some wrestling fans just fucking go for the score. No other fans, but
he's always getting a bad time, isn't he? You know what I mean?
We have really good listeners, man. The stuff that they provide for this fucking show makes us a hell of a lot easier, doesn't it?
It sure does. Chris wants to bury the tragic death of poor Shad Gaspard. Thoughts with his family. To right, Scott wants to put our Corbin versus McIntyre. Thought it was a really good main event match, and Corbin is the only true heel in WWE. Actually, I want to agree there. I'm a big fan of Corbin. I really am. I think he is. There's just something about him. He has an old school sensibility about him, and right from the minute he came in, when he was in NXT and he was cutting about with that terrible hair and all that, you know, and he wasn't in great shape. I remember when he first came into NXT, he was kind of a bit flabby looking and all that, and a bit. But he was still, though, he just carried himself like he just didn't give a fuck about anybody liking him. He was wanting people to fucking boo him, wanted people to... And I love that. I love seeing a guy going, I'm going to be a fucking good old-fashioned heel that people want to lose. You know what I mean? I love that. And Scott wants to bury Jake the Snake again, saying that Archer's wrestling gets him all kind of excited. He's turning into the therapist for Afterlife. Very creepy. No, I quite like this kind of creepy Jake the Snake thing he's doing.
What's he been doing, Rab?
He's basically doing this thing, I think, Jake, where he's trying to be sleazy and kind of weird and a bit kind of offbeat, which I think is good. Which I think people are forgetting that Jake the Snake always was. Jake the Snake always had that character that was like a kind of, you imagine he'd stick a wee knife into your ribs. You imagine he'd be sleazing up to your wife or your, you know what I mean? He was a bad guy. Ian Milne wants to bury Lana's reaction to MVP becoming Bobby Lashley's new manager and put all the entertainment that the Viking Raiders and Street Profits gave us. I love wacky shit like that. It was hilarious. Street Profits are great, I think.
I've never seen them work.
John's making a face there. What, are you all right?
Sorry, I just hate this whole thing with the Viking Raiders and Street Profits. Yeah, last week they were playing basketball. This week they were axe throwing. I like the two big guys who are like the Viking Raiders, who should be getting put over loads of people, and they've got them doing this comedy stuff. Street Profits I get, but the Viking Raiders. I
agree with you there. If they're making them look like this, because they were badasses in the indie scene, you know what I mean?
Aye, exactly.
It's a bit Goldberg putting on a Goldust wig, that kind of idea.
I feel like they don't, the WWE, the modern WWE...
They don't know what they're doing?
No, I kind of feel like the modern WWE just don't know what to do with these big, good old-fashioned big hosses, like these big warlord, barbarian type big guys that they used to be able to use well. I think they don't really know how to use them anymore, you know what I mean?
Why can't they not just... fucking squash a tag team, squash a fucking couple of local guys, and you know
they just don't know what
they're doing.
They don't know what to do with them. They don't know what they're doing. Stephen wants to put over Best Friends interview with Grado on ICW On Demand is just brilliant.
Oh, that was good. I totally didn't want to do that, but they ended up offering me a bit of cash, didn't it?
And Stephen wants to bury the Marks podcast, getting the likes of Riddle, Christian, etc. on it, because the B show shouldn't be getting the top draws. Finger out your hoop, Grado. Get a honky tonk man on. Now, here's the thing: we don't need the big guests because
late to the mark. That makes it here.
We are the big guests. Me and Grado are the big guests.
Riddle? Who the fuck?
Riddle should be fucking interviewing me, as far as I'm concerned. Right? Fuck me, man. Steve put out Impact Wrestling for still putting on quality TV, and Bury Impact Wrestling for not being called TNA anymore, and teasing to be bringing back the old TNA Heavyweight Championship.
Did they do that?
How do you feel about that, Grado?
Well, I've been speaking to the guy. I've been speaking to one of the producers, working Tompkins, and
exclusive.
He's always honest, right? And he's saying that the TV that they're putting on out during this lockdown is some of the best TV they've put out in years. So I'm choking to see some of that. Apparently,
right, I'm going to watch it this weekend. I'll watch it this weekend.
I think I'll watch it as well.
Okay.
But do you know what? I think he's got a point. See, this Impact shite, it's got to go back to TNA. I mean, everybody refers to it. There was somebody, a guy, like fucking, even Zack Ryder, who's just been put on it, then they seen he's talking about going back to TNA. See that Impact? I think that's got a worse stigma than what Impact has. Well, sorry, Impact Wrestling has a worse stigma to it than TNA. It's got a bigger stink.
For me, there is nothing more important in wrestling, I think, than history.
Yep.
The reason why, if a promotion has history, it's the hardest thing for a promotion to deal with. It's the fact that when a new promotion starts up, they don't have history. The beautiful thing that NWA have the new NWA Power, you watch that and they have all the history of NWA to lean on, right, is their thing. It's madness that Impact is called Impact and it isn't called TNA. Because regardless of what you think of TNA had some high moments.
The best stuff was TNA.
Some great wrestlers moving through it. Guys like Grado moving through it as well.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was a fucking great promotion until the day I signed. Trust me, that's the God's honest truth.
But they should be.
The day I signed, they lost the fucking Spike TV deal.
They should be called TNA again, I think. Right. Craigski wants to put our Undertaker, the Last Ride documentary series. It looks like it could be WWE's best documentary series to date. And Goshi didn't watch any wrestling this week, so just wants to bury Rab for being a Tim and put our Grado for being a Rangers man. Couldn't think of fuck all else, lads. Goshi, listen, let me tell you something. Right, I want to talk a wee bit about. Just give me 1 second to talk about this whole.
You've got 1 second.
Goshi burying me for being a Tim here, right?
Right.
This is what I'm fucking wanting to hear. What I'm watching is The Last Dance, right? The Michael Jordan documentary on Netflix, which is incredible, right? Incredible stuff.
You're going to have a good inspirational story here, I can tell.
No, I'm just... Well, this is all I'm really talking about, is the fact that in sport, right, what makes sport special is rivalries, passionate rivalries between, and we should have no fear. This is it, it's over, we should have no fear now. It's beautiful. I love the fact that Goshi's got in touch to bury me for being a Tim. Quite fucking right, man. Bury me, and I bury you, Goshi, for being a Rangers man. And you know what? At the end up, doesn't matter. Doesn't mean anything, right? But and when it comes down to the fucking sport, when it comes to the fact of Celtic, 9 in a row again, twice. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. And it wouldn't be any fun about being 9 in a row twice if there wasn't a Rangers there to date or when we did 10 in a row.
Can we just get a big asterisk on this whole segment, please?
When we do 10 in a row next season, it's going to be made more special by the fact that Rangers have never done it. That's what makes it more special. And you know what? And if we don't do it next year, then it'll be fucking great fun for the Rangers fans to be like, you fucking bottled it and you choked. And that's what sports should be all about. That's what we're wanting. I've
always said you've had the best view on us, people that, you know what I mean? That's like, if only everybody could think like you, mate.
You just made the list!
It's time for our list of wrestling daft. It's the best moments in AEW we're talking about. We asked for you guys to vote. Remember, you can vote, by the way, for which list we do by signing up for $4 a month at patreon.com/wrestling daft. However, this week, John fucked up the vote as he put as the options the greatest Intercontinental champs up against the best moments in AEW. And we've already done the greatest Intercontinental champs. For some reason, John, with his encyclopedic knowledge of podcasts and shows that we've done, has somehow forgotten that we've already covered that. So it's now the best moments in AEW, and I am going to do my top 3 moments in AEW history so far. Number 3 is going to be, it's very predictable. I'm sorry that it's this, but it has to be Chris Jericho's backstage, a little bit of the bubbly promo and stuff, because it had that crossover appeal. It was exactly what AEW needed at that time. cometh the hour, cometh the man. Chris Jericho stepped up, did a bit of offbeat promo stuff that caught on like wildfire across social media, made that crossover thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I had a lot of people going, where is this be? What show is this? What is that? It's AEW, which is great, right? Right, that's what you're wanting. What do you think of that, Grado? Do you like that?
Aye.
Do you like that? By the way, if you want to hear an interview with Chris Jericho, then you just check out the first episode of Wrestling Daft. We interviewed the great man himself.
No, that's probably now that you're getting me thinking that the champion. What he's brilliant, Jericho. He knows what he's doing. I mean, I don't see when wrestlers get non-wrestlers on their podcast. I can't be arsed listening to it. But you had somebody on telling us about John F. Kennedy, not getting shot off Lee Harvey Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking shit. I turned it off after 5 minutes. But anyway, I'm just saying I gave it 5 minutes anyway. And usually I don't give things like that 5 minutes. All I'm saying is Jericho's good.
He knows his stuff, mate. My number 2. Well, my number 2 has to be Chris Jericho again. Cutting a promo on Matt Hardy's drone.
I get buried as well. I like that.
That get buried. See, for me, these moments, these are the things I show people when I want to talk about why I love wrestling, right? There's 2 things on this list, right? Here's the alpha and the omega. Here's the 2 things, right? Things like that are just could only happen in wrestling. Chris Jericho standing there in the middle of the ring talking to a fucking remote-controlled drone, shouting at the fucking drone, telling it to come back when it flies away from him and all that. I love that. And I love the fact that Jericho can do comedy so well, can deadpan things so well, can act so well. He's a very talented guy. And I love that more, just the weirdness of it. The weirdness of it when you look at it out of context, that empty arena with a guy in a wrestling ring in the beautiful squared circle where anything can happen. Chris Jericho cutting a promo on a remote control drone.
It was quality. And I loved the bit when Matt Hardy went for side, from one bit to arena to the other, and the editing was that shite. It was good.
Love it.
It was brilliant.
And my number 1.
Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Cody versus Dustin Rhodes.
Cody versus Dustin.
Aye.
If you talk about the reason why you love wrestling, it's things like Jericho cutting a promo on that drone, and then on the other side of things, it's the true drama and the true romance of wrestling that is they 2 brothers going at it with each other in an incredible match that the crowd were completely invested in, that 2 guys just at their best, you know what I mean? 2 guys who represent different periods in the history of wrestling as well, you know what I mean? And yet, you know, still up to each other's level. 2 guys who, you know, you can't strip the context away from this. The context is these 2 guys are the sons of one of the greatest wrestling legends that ever set foot in the ring. So much history involved in it, and for them to deliver on that level in that match and that new promotion was just beautiful. Couldn't write it.
And he lost a lot of blood at the start of that match as well, didn't he, old Dustin? He can't go, by the way, see, for his age. And again, I was listening to Zack Ryder. I think it was Zack Ryder that was talking about he wrestled him 5 years ago, and he was blowing Zack Ryder up just by how hard he works, fucking running about that ring. Man, he's fucking something else, old Dustin.
That guy is just one of the greatest of all time.
And he is.
Without a doubt.
Talk about being underrated. Goldust. Well, you think how long he's been doing this for the Natural to Goldust for years, and then that 7 promo, which is fucking fun. That's hilarious. He goes back and he does Gold to Booker T, and when he come back at the Rumble, he's just shit hot.
And just, you know, remembering when he came back and came back as Goldust and looking at him and being like, look how fucking slim he is.
Aye.
Look how fast he is.
Aye.
How fast he was. He was in the ring, you know, he could just go with anybody. He could go with anybody.
I remember watching him in a cage match in TNA against Bobby Roode, and it was a 2 out of 3 falls match inside the cage, and how the pace he was going at was something else. And I always think when something like Dustin Rhodes versus Cody was announced, I was like, what's he going to wear? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
And it was cool what he wore, and it was brilliant when he fucking put the Goldust shit in a case a couple of weeks before the match and all that. It was fucking just as a wrestling fan, you want to see that, don't you? What's Goldust outside WWE? What's he like in a big arena on a different stage with a different company? And he's just cool, man.
But that guy has just, I think, over the past 5 years, has completely just solidified his legacy, you know what I mean, as one of the best of all time.
Definitely.
Let's see what the punters are saying. Westy is saying Matt Hardy and Jake the Snake arriving at AEW. Cody versus Dustin.
Well said, Louise.
Chris says Cody versus Dustin. Fantastic build-up with some insanely good promos. Great match, brutal and emotional. The match that put AEW on the map. Haggis Head Helmsley, the bit where Billy Gunn is twice the size of the kids they've got doing the circus tricks over there.
That's quite funny.
Hey. Degenerate 69 says anytime MJF is on screen.
He's a star.
MJF's a breakout star, isn't he?
Yep.
Fire Soul 86, other than Jericho fanning about and just being the best, Pac versus Omega, 30-minute Iron match was brilliant. Cody versus Dustin was superb as well. Andy calls up a little bit of the bubbly. Yes, I do love a crossover moment like that. David Pallett, Lucha Brothers versus Adam Page and Kenny Omega from 19th of February. Oh, very specific pay-per-view quality match, shown free on ITV.
It's metal as well, the AEW's on ITV, innit?
I know that is mad.
Fuck, if only you could get a wrestling company on ITV, yeah.
All right.
That'd be good to get that happen.
Nice, wouldn't it? If they had the rain one or something. Jericho being touted as the youngest ever AEW champ.
That was
funny.
Fucking funny, man.
That was funny. Alex Shearer, the Escalera de la Muerta match at All Out was mental. Pentagon's Canadian destroyer off a ladder through a table absolutely broke me. Didn't he just fucking break you, mate?
Mate, seen Pentagon. What's his brother called again?
Phoenix.
Aye. What's his name again?
Felix.
Man, I remember turning up at a show and seen them before the match, just going our stuff, Rab, and going, holy fuck. I know even at one point both of them were like stunning on the rope, kind of old school style, by Undertaker on the rope. I think they was both stunning on the same rope top. Come on, they're yapping away. That's the balance of both.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Dylan, Sammy being run over by Kenny and Matt Hardy in the golf cart is high in my list. That was that looked good. Did you see that? I never saw that. Check it out, it looked good. John says it has to be the Rhodes Brothers fight. What a story. Dustin still got it. Outside that, Matt Hardy's debut at the top of the arena was pretty cool. Just a shame there was no fans, because that would have blown the roof off. It's a fucking shame, innit? Because it would have blown the roof right off.
But as much sympathy I've got for Big Drew at Mania, I have the same amount of sympathy for Matt Hardy, because the video that they released the week before, that is one of the single best things I've seen in wrestling.
Plenty of time for
Young
these guys.
Bucks. I knew you'd come.
You know what? We're always going to look back in these moments, though, these empty arenas, and it's going to be one of the weirdest periods in wrestling, and it's going to be unforgettable. Wrestling Daft merchandise. Now, folks, you can go Wrestling Daft yourself by sporting your very own Wrestling Daft t-shirt, hoodie, phone cover, or grotesquely a face mask. Get them at shop.spreadshirt.co.uk/Wrestling Daft. On there you'll find designs such as I'm a Mark, I'm a Take the Bump for you, Chips, Cheese and Donner Meat, and I'm a Wrestler too. And after the release of last week's controversial face mask, we're at Peas and Grado this week is new. This is a big moment, guys, because this is a purchase I do approve of. You can now get a Wrestling Daft bum bag.
Fuck's sake, I've even fucking getting any bum bags, man.
So check out our range at shop.spreadshirt.co.uk/Wrestling Daft now, or check out the links on our Facebook page or Twitter at Wrestling Daft. Now let's introduce one of the hottest prospects in UK wrestling. I say Scottish, right? I don't want to talk about the UK, right? I want to talk about Scottish wrestling, right? But UK, we'll be UK wide. We're worldwide.
It did start the British wrestling phenomenon.
It did,
let's
mate.
Be honest. Come
on. Hey, you fucking started it.
Grado started.
He is in. Right, hold on a minute, Kieran. Keep the noise down now, because we've not actually done your intro yet. So don't start doing your intro.
He's giggling at a big way. It's brilliant.
He's excited. He's excited to be in the wrestling industry. He is an SWX Division champion, PBW Tag Team champion. He's already had a match at the Hydro. He had one of the matches of the year with Leighton Buzzard in ICW. It's Shotgun Kieran Kelly. How you doing, Kieran? You all right?
Yeah. Not too bad yourself. Need to get you to do some intros for me, Rabna.
Did you like that intro where I went like that? Shotgun.
They talk to Simon there, be like, Simon, Rab's beating you right now.
Hold on, what kind of shotgun is it? Right, let's work this one out. Is it a
double bar
pump action shotgun, right? See when you're visualising shotgun, right? pump action shotgun, sawn-off shotgun. They're like, one-handed sawn-off.
Your standard pump action, none of that.
You want that? You want that kind of thing?
Ching.
What is a sawn-off shotgun? Is it just a shotgun with fast?
It's just a circumcised shotgun. That's all.
Right, they cut the barrel, mate. They cut the barrel so you don't need to. You can wield it with one hand.
Right.
Grado. See, if you played me a computer games, you'd fucking know this stuff.
What's your views on gun laws in America, Rab and Kieran?
Kieran, what's your take on that? On gun laws in America?
I mean, if you want a gun, you want a gun. You know, protect your family. Eh? That's worked out a lot for a lot of people.
Well, there's somebody that wants to be in the WWE one day. Wants to be getting the right away. Fair enough, brother. You want a gun? You protect your family, brother. You know.
That's why I'm called Shotgun Kieran Kelly, brother.
So, Kieran, tell us about who trained you? Who trained you?
Killian Dane, Nikki Cross, and now Mikey Whiplash.
Fantastic team of trainers there, by the way, Grado. What do you make of that?
Very similar to myself, to be honest with you. they are. That is. Damo years ago, I remember Damo's first training session. I remember him walking through the door. He wanted to be a copper and a wrestler. I totally remember it. I gave him his first match. It's absolutely horrific. But what he's went on today is nothing short of fucking amazing, man. So much talent. And same with Nicky and Mikey Whiplash. For all we're back and forth, me and Mikey. You can't ask for a better trainer. Seriously, Rab. What's Mikey like? Mikey is really one of the most tuned in trainers.
Courtney Isla Dawn, my niece, speaks really really highly of him. And really happy. Speaks really highly of Mike Whiplash and the training that he did. And you know, and I think I'm pretty sure that Isla Dawn had the same
background as me, yeah.
Pretty much. I think Killian Dane and Nicky and Mikey and you know that kind of SWA kind of mob.
I will look at talk like so, Kieran. Obviously, your dad is known for owning some nightclubs in Glasgow, and one of them particularly being the Garage nightclub, where obviously that's where I see him.
Yeah.
All right, does he own the Garage now?
No, he doesn't own a garage. He owns Box, Nico's, and in a new pub soon.
See, I'll get mixed up because I always had the feeling that Kieran, you maybe came across the ICW stuff through your father. But obviously, no, I've completely thought you were maybe encouraged by it. But at least,
absolutely not.
How? Because I mean, how did you get in touch with being a wrestler? What did your father have any part to play in it?
Nothing really. I just kind of thought I'm going to try it out, just see how it goes. And then the first thing I looked up was just like obviously a wrestling school in Glasgow, and then Scottish Wrestling or SWA at the time it was called. It just popped up, and that was the first thing I clicked onto. And then that week, I think as soon as I found it, I went over. I got turned away because I got turned away because I think I was just late to class. And Joe Coffey, I remember this was back when like Source was like a part of like the gym, like city gym.
Right. That was so awkward that sometimes. So
I'd walk in and everyone's like doing the class and the warm up right in there. And then Joe comes over and goes, "Oh, you just here for the wrestling?" They kind of been about an hour already into it. So I'm like, shit. So what? Can I come back later? Or just any other time? He said, yeah, these are the dates. These are the days that were actually open. And then
you've got some boys turning back up because I'd feel totally put off by that. Would you know, Rab?
It was just a full gym.
I would have just the thought of even going to wrestling training is a stressful thought to me, you know what I mean? It takes a big, it's a kind of ballsy thing to walk in.
Say that again, mate. I get cut off, sorry, mate.
I'm just saying it's a kind of a ballsy thing anyway to walk into a wrestling training school, I think, you know what I mean?
Especially when it was joined onto a gym, Rab. Honestly, I remember.
He'd walk in, these big buff lads, you're like, oh,
God, man. It really was. I remember one time training with Adam Shame. It was just me and Shame, and obviously we just had our trainers on, but he just got delivered brand new pair of bright yellow knee-high wrestling boots. And I remember just being in the locker room, which they shared with the punters who went to the gym. Just Adam whipping out his big fucking yellow boots, man, with his like gym shorts on, and like folk just looking at him going, what the fuck is he putting? They say him up through this gym with his big bright yellow wrestling boots, mate. It was hilarious.
Oh, honestly, the looks you would get in that locker room. Oh my lord.
It did make it hard, but did you get attracted to lifting weights for the gym being connected next door, or did it take you a wee while to kind of, train your body?
Kinda, yeah, because I was a very chub. I was a very chubby Wayne when I first came in. I was very chubby at the time, so when I started seeing like everyone working in, I'm going, okay, I need to be a wee bit motivated here because there's big lads in this gym and I need to look the part here.
But
so then I obviously got me in the training.
If you do look at pictures from before or just when you started training, you did carry a wee bit of weight, and now you're lean as fuck, aren't you?
I try my best. I try to stay away from 2 for Tuesdays.
So you've got a good diet. Have you got a good? Because you always hear it. You can't out-train a bad diet. You can't out-train a bad diet. Is that true?
That's true. I've definitely been learning to get better with my diet. Like just trying to do. There's a whole there's different ways you can do like diets and that. But I follow like this one. It's gonna be like a mad gym nerd that I am and mad fitness nerd. It's like an 80-20 diet, which is pretty much like 80% of your day can be all good food, and 20% of your day can be whatever you want. But as long as you're maintaining your calories, you'll be grand.
Jesus.
That sounds good to me, man.
I did
80% of the day, nice stuff, like good, like carrots and that.
Yeah, like just healthy standard.
20% fucking kebabs.
Whatever you want, stuff in.
So that's 8 carrots and 2 kebabs, right? That's 80% and 20%, right? I could have 8 carrots and 2 kebabs and my 10 things I eat that day.
As long as you have a slice of broccoli on the end of it as well.
No worries, man. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
I've totally got the wrong end of the stick with that diet. I'm doing it about 80%, eat whatever you want. But, Rab,
that's what it feels like for lockdown.
But Rab, you dropped weight and it stayed off. I remember going, he'll put that back on.
I dropped an unbelievable amount of weight though. I think it's easier when you. I mean, I was like, fucking. I'll try to think what weight I got up to. I think I got up to about 18.5 stone.
You're joking?
I got up to at one point 18.5 stone, and now I kind of hover around about I bounce around about 12, 13, 11.5, 12, 13. That's kind of. So I've never been back.
Never been bigger than that. Yeah.
No, I've never been back up there again.
I'd love to be 12 stone. I've not been 12 stone since primary 7, maybe.
But it's just...
No, but it's hard, Rab. I mean,
it's a hard thing.
I lost a shitload of weight with pantomime, right? Mm-hmm. And it's fucking back tenfold. See me when this lockdown's over and you see me, you go, what? He's ballooned.
Like, who's that looking for it?
But it was weird. It was weird seeing you though after the pantomime and you'd lost all that weight. It was weird.
Bob didn't like it, didn't he? No, John, the producer John. I prefer Fat Grado. So
I think as well when it's a tough one. I suppose this is an interesting thing for you, Kieran, as well to think about. Like when more people start to know you, right? More audiences get to see you and start to know you. You kind of need to establish a look for yourself, and then
definitely.
And then you kind of need to hold on to that look, maintain that look. You know what I mean? So it's it's like you, Grado, when you lose that weight, it's a bit of an adjustment because you're kind of like, oh, Grado's like a kind of bigger guy. You know what I mean? Who looks as if he could give you a big cuddle, but also fucking knock your head off. You know what I mean?
I remember one time turning up for TNA and I dropped a couple because I'm a yo-yo. I'm up and down. Mm-hmm. And Tommy Dreamer pulled me aside and went, "What are you doing? You're losing weight. You're killing your gimmick. I was like, all right. I was like, what?
Yeah. No.
Like, cheers, mate.
But he was probably right.
Definitely.
It's weird because I had big Easton Reese. He put me on like a ton of programs. So like I was looking at him going, yeah, this is the man that needs to get me in shape here. So I went on like a mad cutting phase, and I was like ripped at one point, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, we want to put some weight on you now, just to make you just look that a little bit bigger because you're too small right now. You're too lean. Let's try and add a wee bit of muscle on you. And as soon as I done that, I felt bloated and I thought I just ruined it up. So I just went on a binge, and I'm starting to come back to my sanity.
But Kieran, man, fuck the diet. You are one talented boy. I swear to God. I remember seeing you for the first time, Motherwell Civic Centre. I was doing a stair, and I was amazed at how good you were because I hadn't seen you before. And I can't remember who you wrestled. It was a match at Motherwell. It was one of the. I think it was the first in the show.
Was it Lionheart? Was it Lionheart? Maybe
it could have been. And he's done a wee bit of comedy, a wee bit of funny. He has as well. And I thought,
yeah.
I'm a bit jealous. He's fucking 10. He's funnier than me here. I'm
on next. What's happening?
But see that stuff that it was kind of like an old school British style.
Yeah.
Hee-ha. Who did you get that for?
It was mainly just like just a wee bit inspiration from the best there is.
No, but I can see that you've looked at the old world of sports stuff.
Definitely.
Did you get that for studying it, or was it Whippy that kind of put that?
It was just a mixture. Like it was definitely Whippy had some influence in it. Going, hey, see for your size. What if you do the whole like Johnny saying roll, like when the guy rolls you around. What if you do like a whole headstand in the corner and do the whole he runs in, put the foot up, just do some funny skits, and it's just stuff like that gets like just audiences going, that's actually funny. That's different.
I love that stuff. I completely adore it. Do you know what he's talking about, Rab, when he's talking about the curling up the ball and he rolling my boot?
I love that stuff.
Fuck, see, try to get me to do that.
One rule.
Listen, I tried.
That's what I do if I get in a real fight out in the street. I curl up in that ball. Guys just need.
Have we spoke about this before?
Even when the police turn up, they can't fucking get me out yet. The police are like, "Mon son, the baddie's away now. You can get up." Like fucking tumbled about, rolled into the back of the van up a ramp.
That's so funny, man. So tell us a bit more about yourself, Kieran.
Well,
what's your aspect? What do you want to do next? Once the wrestling starts back, what's your aspirations? What do you want to do?
Just show off I'm not rusty. Definitely just keep like trying to get to more companies, because I've only been to like a couple companies once. Like I went to Fight Club Pro about 2 years ago, and that's another company that I want to try and get myself known in for, because it's one of the bigger companies in England.
Is that what the Trent Seven owns?
Yeah, that one. I've
seen some of that stuff. I'd have loved to wrestle down there. Was it kind of like ICW style in a pub?
Yeah, it was like mad like hangers. It was in like a whole warehouse, just a big warehouse, and you just have like crazy atmosphere. It's like proper like it's like an proper indie feel to it, but the audience is very like it's almost Japanese, like very respectful, but they'll market it to the big moments.
Well, that's a perfect description. That, by the way, the best wrestling shows are in old warehouses, I think.
They got more of an echo to them, and it's just like, oh shit, it makes things louder.
Sorry, I just want to ask, do you want to you want to work for more companies, wrestle more promotions? What about WrestleZone up in Aberdeen?
That would definitely be another place I'd like to. Like I've been wanting to get there for a wee while now, but just nothing's came through.
Who would you like to wrestle? Who would you like to wrestle up in Aberdeen at WrestleZone?
I would say Crusher Crib.
He's the man.
Big Crusher.
Why have you mentioned WrestleZone? That's blown my mind.
Why have I mentioned WrestleZone?
Aye.
Just because. WrestleZone, Bingo Balance.
It's like any other company.
I love it. See WrestleZone up in Aberdeen. I love getting up there because see what the Aberdonians, they follow the storylines. They believe in Big Crusher. Scotty Swift is over up there. I love getting up there. The only thing I hate about wrestling, fucking WrestleZone, is I've been fucking charged about 9 points going back and forth for all the years. I feel as if every time I go,
driving up.
Aye, I feel as if I know I'm going to get fucking caught speeding with the average speed cameras.
What about Progress? Would you like to do some?
Definitely Progress. That's one company I really want to get to. But as I think right now, it's mainly I just want to make my name known for ICW more. That's like the one place that I feel like I want to make home when all this pandemic just clears up. That's just the one place I want to just make my name for.
Right, so you want to become like an ICW favourite. You want to make who do you love at ICW? Who's the ones you look up to? Who's the ones you've looked up to over the years in ICW? It doesn't need to be somebody that's kind of current on the roster.
It would definitely be probably Damo. Damo would be one. Grado yourself would be one.
Cheers, mate.
Nikki would be another one. She had a wee run there, and I've always thought, okay, if she can make it, then anyone can really make it at this point. Lionheart was another one. And even guys like Stevie Boy, BT Gunn, the guys I was wrestling outside of ICW. So I just wanted to look at them and go, I really want to wrestle them from there instead of here, if you know what I mean.
Aye.
But just everyone really.
Is there anybody you don't want to wrestle Is there anybody you're scared of wrestling?
Scared of? He's scary.
Nah, just anyone.
Right,
Even
there
the
must be
puppets.
something. There must be Grado, there's got to be something. There's no way. You've got to be somebody you're scared of wrestling.
I'm scared of a guy, and he comes from Leeds. I think his real name's Tyson something. I can't remember his wrestling name.
Oh, is that T-Bone?
No, it's not him. He's black. You're allowed to say folks black.
You're allowed to say that, mate.
It's 2020.
He's a big 6 foot. What was his name? His name is Tyson for Leeds. Anyway.
Are you fear to wrestle Caden Garrick?
Who's that?
You don't know who Caden Garrick is?
Caden Garrick, I'm good.
What about Mikey Vago?
Fuck off. You're just messing. You're just sitting on the WrestleZone website fucking calling it wrestling.
I was about to say, I recognise that name somehow.
You said fucking bingo balance 10 minutes ago.
I'm not on any fucking website. I'm just asking if you're intimidated.
Right.
If you're too
Ask me about somebody else.
No, I'm just asking if you're too intimidated to wrestle Caleb of Valhalla.
Oh, Caden Garrick. I know Caden Garrick well, man. See, the thing is, it's all because I don't know the real names up there. I can never remember their wrestling names. I've got this guy for about 6 years.
What about Sisto number 2?
Sisto number 2.
I'm on the roster page looking at the pictures now, you cunt.
No, I mean, I see what you're saying, though, Kieran. You want to just get about and wrestle as many people as possible. You must be at that point in your career now. You know what you're doing in the ring. You want to be just going. You just want to be going about wrestling everybody, getting all the stories like Grado's go. Grado's got a million stories about a million different guys. Right?
Seen some stuff.
Like here's an example. Grado tells a story about Dino Del Monte at WrestleZone.
He's in a black shirt.
I can't fucking go to Aberdeen. I can't go to Aberdeen anymore.
Mate, see the thing is, the best is we can turn this into a storyline up there. They'd fucking love this shit. Just keep burying them and they'll let them know.
Invested.
Oh, Joe, this is a brilliant thing about having 2 monitors when you're doing your podcast. You just pull up a roster, have a wee scroll.
See, I can assure something. That's me fucking unbooked for WrestleZone. Fucking hell.
No way.
Just name dropped all the bookers and I've said I don't know who they are. What a piece of shit.
So, Kieran, this is the way you don't... I think it's quite helpful for you. You know, you've had Grado to look up to as a guy that you know, he's made a name for himself in Scottish wrestling, and then he's took that name, he's represented Scotland across the world, you know what I mean, wrestling. And now also you've got, you know, Grado doing this podcast, and it's a way to see how not to, like, get yourself cancelled career-wise by saying things about people and stuff like that, and also, like, get yourself...
Take note.
losing all your bookings and all that by saying you don't fucking know guys and that.
Well, I'm in the bar business.
I feel like Grado is keeping... So your dad's running bars and all that. How's he finding the whole coronavirus thing? It must be stressful business-wise.
Yeah, it's definitely a stressful thing. And it's the fact they keep, like, saying, like, it's like everything else is getting open, construction and all that are getting open, and bars and that have just been left to, like, the very last minute. And I know why. It's pretty much because of the whole social distancing thing, but yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle right now.
When do you think yourself that wrestling will be back? When do you see yourself getting back in the ring?
I mean, I'm hoping by, like, July time. July, maybe, like, late June. Late June, I'm saying. I know.
Would you think, Grado? Would you think?
I'm fucking think. Well, what was the last show we done, Kieran?
I'm sure it's one, yeah.
And I feel as if that could be the very last show of the year. I don't mean to put a damper and stuff, but it could very well be. I think you have a fat chance that it'll be July, old boy.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame.
Like chance it'll be July, old boy. Beautiful.
I would not be surprised if it gets pushed to, like, September. I would not be surprised. Even to the end of the year, like, just end.
I'd say run about the Rumble.
How are you keeping yourself out? Are you doing anything to keep yourself ready? Are you doing any drills? Are you doing any drills in the kitchen
just flipping pancakes constantly. It's getting my arms working. It's arm day for me. Just looking at, like, a ton of, like, workout programs on, like, YouTube and that. That's been, like, my saviour at this rate. Just making sure that I'm eating healthy, making sure that I'm not having 2 for Tuesdays every week.
See, you've made this is twice you've mentioned 2 for Tuesdays.
What's the deal with this?
That makes me think that you've fucking
Domino's man keep texting me dirty messages, and I'm like, yeah.
Domino's.
I've got pepperoni passion right now. Come on.
Because they're big pizzas, isn't they, for Domino's as well? This is the thing. They're big
and they're dear.
They're big fucking dear, aren't they? But that's why the 2 for Tuesday, mate. You know,
Aye.
you feel as if you're getting
save
amazing.
it for tomorrow. Save the other one for tomorrow.
2 for Tuesday, you feel as if you're getting 30 quid worth of pizza for 15 quid, mate. You know what I mean?
I mean, they say it's £30, but how much do you think it costs to make them a pizza? I'd say less than a bar.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, two, get none. Yeah.
And the condiments that they sell, the sides, do you go for any sides when you go to Domino's, Kieran?
I try not to, but I think the garlic pizza, like the garlic pizza bread that comes to the side.
See, I think that's just...
Me, I like to, for the Domino's menu, I always order the Domino's number 3, I think it's called, and the Sisto number 1 and the Sisto number 2.
Have 2 number 9s.
So Kieran, listen, thanks so much for coming. What we want to do on this show, right? This is what I want to do on this show. We've had a couple of young guys on. It's usually, they'll be honest, it's usually fucking old guys that are past it, right? We have on this show to interview, right? It's usually people whose careers are kind of on the road out. We don't tell them that though. We kind of kid on. They're still doing stuff and all that, and we kind of go, "That's brilliant. What are you hoping to do next year?" Not, but we're all kind of thinking, "You're fucking done, mate." Right? You're on the road up. You're still on that ascent. Will you drop in regularly and let us know? Like once the wrestling's back happening again, will you drop in on the regular and just let us know how you're doing?
Definitely.
We'll call it the Kieran catch up.
I like
Kelly catch up with a K. Kieran Kelly catch up. The KKK. Fucking no, so call it.
You don't know how many times I've had that
one. we'll just the Kieran Kelly catch up. We'll call it, and we'll just check in on how you're doing.
Let's get hold him in July and see if he's wrestling in front of a crowd.
Let's do that. This is what we'll do. We'll get you in July and we'll ask you how your match was, right?
Like, the atmosphere was brilliant, man. It was dead.
Put your back, Gilden.
Well, thanks for jumping on, man, to chat to us, and get your arse in that gaming chair, man. It looks comfy in there, by the way.
It is definitely comfy.
Wish I had one of them.
Tidy. Well, Kieran, before he goes, I just want to tell him that he fucking what a talent this boy has got, and I think people listening, if you haven't heard Kieran Kelly, there might be some fans in Azerbaijan. Name another country, Rab?
Bolivia.
Bolivia. There's any fans from Bolivia that know aware of Kieran? Is there any match that you'd like to promote Kieran that's on maybe on YouTube that you would say, have a look at that, that's me? Or any kind of highlight videos?
Definitely on my highlight video, just Kieran Kelly, highlight reel 2019.
Check that out, boys. Was that made by Scott Reed at ICW?
Yes.
Right, then I know that's going to be an absolute cracker. So everybody that's listening, watching, type in Kieran Kelly highlight video and you see the talent this boy's got.
That's why we're doing the Kieran Kelly catch-up.
Correct.
Okay.
Any closing words, Kieran, for the gang?
Just thank you guys for having me on. I've always wanted to be on your show. I've been listening to it ever since the first episode.
That's amazing, Rab. There you go. It feel good, doesn't it?
That's nice. That does make you feel
good. That is nice. You'll definitely be on in July.
Thank you. Can you hear the crowd? Can you hear them shouting my name?
Right, that's it for this week's show, where we interviewed Kieran Kelly. How are you tonight, Rab? How do you feel after that?
I'm good, man. That was a nice show. It was nice to get a wee chat. Obviously, you're deflated whenever you hear any stories that wrestlers, guys you've watched, guys watched in the ring, passing away. It's always a bleak week, but hopefully we've brightened it up a wee bit for you listening with your usual. Because
it has been a sad week with Big Shad and Owen Hart. The stuff it's been a fucking.
So, folks, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple or get us in wherever you get your podcasts. But just reviews and stuff like that, it helps. It does with the algorithms, not that, the computers and or the wee things, not that, algorithms, right? Plus, remember, we now go twice a week. You can catch us on a Friday and you can get the Marks podcast on a Tuesday. And, let's be honest here, these boys know what they're talking about. That's where the real kind of wrestling chat happens. They all talk about, like, how would we book this and all that, and how would you do, and what do you think of this and all that, and the interview. Yeah, Christian and all that, and interviewed him.
I had Leo Rush on this week.
Leo Rush.
Did you really?
Why did Leo Rush on?
That wee dick.
I mean, the guy had blue hair and everything.
So you can hear an interview. You hear interviews with all sorts on that Mark's podcast as well. So it's no just about. But if you want to just hear the boys, man, me and Grado, man,
the boys sitting.
See on the Mark's podcast, they kind of just work together. They're not actual pals. Me and Grado are actual pals in real life.
He got me on the telly, man.
It's a different vibe. They don't like each other on the Mark's podcast. They don't like each other on Mark's podcast, right? But we like. Also remember, get on our Patreon, patreon.com/wrestling daft to check out the video version. And why not buy yourself a t-shirt? Fuck that, man. Buy yourself a bum bag.
Get a bum bag, mate.
Get a bum bag, man.
Everything. Put everything in it. Your passport, travels checks, chuggy.
Why not buy 2 bum bags? 2 bum bags. One for your bum, one for your front bum, one for fanny and a bum, fanny pack and a bum bag.
And one for in your neck, like Bubba Ray Lumen on the tag titles.
Get a spare one for a bum bag and a pole match and reenact Grado and Eugene's fantastic match that made Vince Russo say, what did they say, Grado?
I got tears in my eyes, bro. I got tears in my eyes.
That's great, man. That sounds just really like him. We need to try and get Vince Russo on this show. Vince Russo would come on this show.
Aye, Russo would come on, aye, definitely.
We need to get Russo on. Don't fucking tell him not to go on the Mark's podcast.
No. In fact, the Marks should come to us first and go, right, we've got access to such and such. You want them? Do you think they should do that?
Nah.
Just let them do their own hanger.
Why would we want to talk to Leo Rush, really?
Or Matt Riddle? Fuck it, man. I'd lose my patience, man.
Thanks for
see the way I've got my MacBook up, I'd fucking slam it down in anger, go down the stairs and kick the dog.
I'd go like that, Matt Riddle. Have you got fucking shoes on? You better have fucking shoes on, you cunt. And your
socks, you fucking idiot.
Fucking dirty,
gonna hurt your face, mate.
Fucking barefooted bastard. I hope fucking
this karate, you fucking
Goldberg
idiot.
Fucking spears your head off, you fucking wank.
He's no your bro.
Thanks for listening to Wrestling Daft.
Sorry, mate.
Up yourself. Up yourself? That's no your catchphrase. Up yourself. It's yourself.
Up that odd.
Up this. That's what we should have as our joint catchphrase. Up yourself.
Up yourself. Up yourself.
Up yourself.
Up yourself. That'll be the next t-shirt then, sorted.